This is a guide to transition from Look PLL to full PLL. If you don't know Look PLL, go and check my videos on TikTok. They will help you a lot. We are going to be using J and T Perms for everything, but we need to understand what they are. So a J Perm is constructed of taking out this, doing a face move into a sexy, and then bringing this side back down and flicking this back. So like that, right? And now inserting this back in with an R2 like that. That is a J Perm, right? A T Perm is almost the same. We take this out, but now we're going to put this one back in, put that in, and then correct the cube like this. So it's taking it out. And when you start going at full speed, it seems like something, it's like it's bouncing in there. So we're going to put that back in like that. So it kind of like bounces in. Pretty cool. So that is basically the basis of everything. You do need to learn the J from the other side, but it is pretty simple to do. That just takes a little bit of practice. For an A Perm, we're essentially just going to do a J Perm, but when we get to this point into our sexy, we're going to do a wide R. We're going to finish that off with a wide back, and then we go there. If you do this twice, you end up back to the same point, and you go there. So what I would say is it's possibly slightly easier, which I haven't done twice there, to pull down here like that. And doing it once will actually set up the other A Perm. And as you can probably guess, you can do the same from that side. We'll do it again to set this up, and we do it again to set this one up. Beautiful. For an E Perm, this is my favorite. This is my actual favorite. For an E Perm, instead of doing this, what we're going to do, you see this is looking like that? We're going to take out this back one as well. And now, so that's how you take out this back one. So you get to here, take this out, and then you turn the top so you can lift this up and go there. And now you have those two facing this way. Do a J Perm. But we have to put this one back in. So we go one extra and there. And that will do an E Perm look. Look at that. That's pretty cool. This might be my favorite now. Honestly, I love this. It's E Perms I always struggled with. And this is just, it's great. This is great. An F Perm, if you don't know it, F Perms are basically already just T Perms, right? So with an F Perm, you do this. You do these little setup moves, so it makes it look like an F, right? So these yellows look like an F, like if your mind can work that way. You bring this down, do this, and that looks like an F. And now you just do a T Perm, but you have to now put this back in. So you do that there. Right? This is, because it's basically a T Perm, it's pretty spammy. We're actually at this point going to switch. We're not going to go straight into a G, although we will do it after the next two. We're going to actually go to Y and V. So an E Perm is this, right? An E Perm is that. We take out this one and then this one. If you reverse that and take out the back one first, like this, and then take out the front one, continue it off, you have a Y Perm. Now, I honestly think that for most people, if you're like not sub 20, I think this might be quicker than the standard one. I'm rushing through it because it is legit just exactly the same. You just take out that back one first and then do a J Perm with that extra to put the back one back in. Like this. For a V Perm is kind of, we have to combine a couple of things. So with both the E and the Y, we're taking out these, right? And that's like that. You don't need to go that fast. You can take this out, and then we're going to take this back one out. And from here, you do like an F perm, right? So you, which is basically a T perm. And you've done a V perm. It's hard to do this slow because it is just, you don't need to do this. C perm. Right, so we're going to bring those out. We're going to do a T perm. And then just finish off the cube. It's really easy. It's not as fast. Yes, there are. If you can get really efficient at the standard one, obviously this is a bunch of moves more, but it is so spammy and almost impossible to get wrong. So yeah, enjoy that V perm. I love it. To go at the right speed, you need the right cube. Head on over to cubos.com/Proster and you will get 5% off at checkout. And if you're not sure which one to get, come on over to the Discord, just put in Proster.com and it will forward you there, and you can talk to me and I'll give you some advice. Back to the PLLs. G Perms. G Perms are notoriously difficult. And I know that people are just going to say, oh, just learn the standard one, because that's the response to everything. However, if you are struggling with them, hold the headlights to the back. And when the bar is on one of the sides, we're doing a J and a T. If the bar is on the front, we're doing a J and an A. What I mean by that is we're going to do our J perm, but here, this R2 that we would normally do, we're just going to do an R. And then we're going to transition into the back end of a T. I understand that's a lot of moves, but it's just a J and a T. Right? It's not that difficult. So now we're going to set up this. This is the next G. With these, we're going to do, whenever these are at the front, we're going to do a J and then an A. So same thing as the T. So we're going to get to here, and then we're going to finish it off with the A you've already learned. I could go slower with these, but why? You already know how to do these. This one is the J and A. So we're going to do here, and then we do this A. Okay, nice and simple. You probably, though, won't have done a T from the other side. So let's just show you how to do this. Whoop. So here, so I actually think this one might be easier than the other G. The other G that uses a T. I don't know why, but we're going to go there. Like that. The ends are already J perms. I don't understand this. So you take it out and you just do that. And then you do a J perm and put it back in. It's just a J perm. They're just J perms. All you've got to do is put this there, and then they're J perms. Okay, at the end, you need to do a U2 to put that in like this. Oh yeah, like that, right? They're just J perms. I don't know what to tell you. They are just J perms. For R perms, we're going to do that. We're going to do an S and an M. We're going to do a J perm and then just reverse those. And that's an R perm. Now, because it's an M followed by an R, you can actually do a wide R into a R2, which I think is actually quicker. So we do this, a wide R, and then a J perm. Boom. And the other one is obviously just the other way. I don't know what to tell you. And that's it. Add all these to your 2-look and you have a full set of PLL. Hope you enjoy. Catch you on the next one.